Hi, this is Cheryl Davey from Cheryl Davey Real Estate here with your monthly market update for the month of April 2020. So obviously this month has been unprecedented for, any sort of business, not just real estate related. I think that's obvious. So what I'm going to do is really take you through some of the statistics and see how the market changed from this time last year as well as from the month of March. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give a little bit of an update about how my industry has been changing and some of the things that we've put into place to ensure that all of the home sellers and the buyers that we're working with are properly protected throughout the time. So through the beginning of the year, January, February, and the first 2 weeks of March, we were seeing a dramatic increase in sales. And most of the statistics at that time were showing that sales were up by nearly 40% over the sales that we were experiencing in 2019. So for an example, the sales for the month of April are down by nearly 40% over April of 2019. So that really speaks to what took place in the month of April. We saw fewer listings coming on, and we certainly saw fewer sales happening. And this really puts into perspective compared to the figures that we had from March of 2020. So sales were down 60% across the board from 1 month to the next. And that's quite dramatic because we were seeing in March multiple offers on everything, and we really were doing quite a bit of sales all the way through until about March 17th. And that's when we really started to see things taper off. So for us to fall 60% from only having really 3 weeks worth of data, it's quite dramatic. So what I can speak to now is that what's going on in the market, because the stats are obviously from the month of April, we're already into May. What I'm seeing now is a lot more listings are coming on, a lot of buyers are coming out of the woodwork, they're ready to get back to the table. And so I'm seeing quite a few that are going into multiple offers and selling over asking. If you look at what the numbers for April in terms of where we're at being a buyer's market or a seller's market, in terms of the speed, anything that's selling between 12 and 20% of the product that comes on in any given month, we consider that to be a balanced market. And all across all property types, detached, townhomes, and condos, we all see them just roughly around the very bottom of that percentage number. So for condos, for the first time in a very, very long time, we're seeing them down around 12%. For detached homes, it was actually lower. They were around 11%. So that's, buyer's market territory for the month of April. But moving into May already, these first couple of days, we've been seeing increased activity. A lot more buyers are coming out. Sellers are letting their clients or letting showings happen again. So I think we're going to see a bit of a flip in the market, and we might see it come back quite strong. In terms of where we are for benchmark pricing, condos are just around $685,000 for a benchmark in the Lower Mainland. Townhomes are just under $800,000, and we're seeing detached properties at $1.4 million for the time being. So moving forward, the way that the industry has changed is that, for one, our MLS system has allowed us to add more photos. For the time being, we can display up to 40 photos. But what we're seeing is a lot more realtors are coming on board with using video and having videos created for their listings, which is very, very helpful for a buyer to sort of view, more in depth and in video a listing before they see it. In addition to that, we've got waivers that a lot of listing agents are having people sign. I have all my buyers sign a waiver that says that they understand they aren't to be touching unnecessarily items within the home. And if it's required, if a listing agent will request it, we will wear masks and gloves. And most often the listing agent is there to assist us in opening doors, closets, shower curtains, things like that. So moving forward, we're seeing that there's a lot less contact happening through a showing. So that's your market update for May based on the stats of April 2020. And we'll see what happens in the future, but I hope everyone is staying safe and staying healthy, because that's the most important thing in this time. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly at cheryl@cheryldavey.ca. Thanks a lot. Bye.